Hello everyone. All right, so let's go over the markets and what was available today. In the morning, there was an excellent trade, and it was in natural gas. Typically, I don't trade natural gas, but this market has the most relative strength out of all the markets. A short to intermediate term, this is the best market to long because it has the most relative strength. So when that's the case, like a month or more than a month ago was Bitcoin. Now it's nat gas. Anyway, the market goes down, down, down. Right, you see it rallying down, and then it had this. It was the biggest upwave volume in 40 upwaves. Again, that's the biggest upwave volume in 40 upwaves. So when you have that kind of buying pressure, and basically they were covering because there's a nat gas report that was coming out. So this covering before the report, so it's very likely it's going to go the other way. They're done, and they don't want to hold during the report. So this should give some type of relief. And so this is the biggest volume in biggest upwave in 40 waves, biggest upwave volume, and 2.5 times average upwave volume. Then when it pulled back on about average volume, but where it totally ended was right here on this pullback here. This was the markup and the low volume selling pressure, because this has only 60% of average volume. It's 40% less than average down volume. So as far as selling is concerned, they're done selling. There's no selling. They're done. So selling is done here, and then you had this reversal, and that set up this move, and 4.15 was for me was perfect exit, because there was a very strong high volume node there, so that could serve as resistance. After that, market pulled back, did one more retest of that area, and then I guess it went up some more. What happened? Give it a minute. Probably processing a lot of data. Anyway, so after that, it went to an area of good location, and it actually gave this break to the downside, which had the biggest volume in 19 down waves and 2.2 times average down volume. And look what happened. So it didn't really catch this. It was done with the bull move, and this is where the bull move just died, and down she goes. Right? So the bull move was because of the short covering, which I expected because of the news. All right. Besides that, euro. I'm also looking at this market has the biggest up volume in 49 waves, but after that, it's acting really weird. It's acting really like choppy, and I don't know what's going on. So it might pull back here and then reverse. So I don't really know. This is the very choppy and just hanging out. So it just doesn't want to move. And there was one other setup in copper. As you can see, the market, it climaxed here, and then it went up. This was the biggest volume in 8 up waves, and it was 2.3 times average up volume. It's all right. 2.3 is good, but I would like this number to be a little bit higher. After that, pulled back on low volume, only half the volume. See, it's 14 up and 7 down. And after that, it just went up until encountered some resistance, broke the low, retest, down. So we'll see what happens here, but it looks like it's picking up. Right? So this was the other trade opportunity. And finally, this damn thing, I missed the ES. I was waiting for this thing, but I missed it, and it didn't pull back until all the way here. And now it wants to move after hours. So, I don't know. I'm not really interested in it now. But you see, like right here, the buying activity came in. I knew this thing's going to rip, because how is it possible for it not to when it's the biggest buying volume in 34 up waves? The biggest buying volume in 34 up waves. 2.8 times average up volume. You get that? 2.8 times average up volume. Biggest volume in 34 up waves. There is buying activity. No question. Buying activity. No question. You just had to kind of wait for it, and I know over here these guys they got exhausted. See the little waves, they're tired of selling. So buying activity just came in, but it didn't pull back. It didn't pull back. It went all the way up here, and then it started doing that. And you have to be really careful. I want to get in right away on a good pullback, not wait for it to go up and then come back down, because this market is actually in a downtrend. And what happens is, if it hits its price objective, the selling can just break right through. But it seems like the buyers are buying, because look at all this activity towards the end of the day, right? So this damn thing didn't pull back enough to give the entry opportunity. Well, what are you going to do, right? So, yeah, anyway, done with this. Other than that, if you're a crude oil trader, you're screwed. There's nothing here on crude oil. I don't know what it's doing. It's doing absolutely nothing. And gold, if you were long, congratulations, gold is going crazy. At first, I thought gold was possibly going to break down, at least today, or pull back, because there was some selling earlier on in the day, but then they just bought it up. Was it here? I'm not really sure where it was. I think it was here. It cracked right here. It cracked right here. See this? That's the biggest selling in 13 down waves. The biggest 2.6 times average down volume coming from this high. So they were ready to crack this market to the downside for it to, I don't know where it's going to go. But this was the selling activity. But that's why you have to wait and see the response. And the response was they bought the break. So if they didn't buy the break, this thing is done. You have that big red right there, but it was followed by big blue, which was the biggest buying activity in 11 waves. So they bought the break. So whenever a market breaks down, or you have to see the response and see if they're buying the break. If it breaks out, you still have to see the response to see if they're selling the rally. So in this case, there was a break, took out these two lows, but they bought the break and just went crazy, right? So only good really good trades were nat gas and copper. 2 were nat gas and 1 copper. Again, you know, these trades are going to do the same thing tomorrow and whatever. It's just that you have to be ready for them and know, you know, however you detect buying activity and selling activity at levels. So you may do it through order flow or through profiles, or you know, so many different techniques. But these, what I'm showing here is you know, based off of over 100-year-old method, which is based off of waves. And I figured out a way to quantify supply and demand with waves, as I'm explaining here. For example, this is the biggest in 8 waves, biggest, you know, 2.3 times average up volume. That is strong buying activity. This is bigger than 49 waves. That's obviously strong buying activity breaking out. Right? Here also, in the Euro, biggest in 49 waves, but it's too late now to enter. It's not really too late. It's just that I just don't like this overhead chop because it serves as resistance. Meaning, if it pulls back, then they rally, and they have to take out all this chop. It may work, may not work. You know, that type of thing. Anyway, let's take a look at some other markets just to get a general understanding of what's going on. So on the daily chart, you want to be careful with crude, because you know, crude is going straight down, and longs haven't really been working. So crude's been going straight down. These are daily charts. It's taken out this low. It might bounce back, but you know, where may it go? Let's see. I don't even know why it's not working, but it's right here to test the breakdown. This is the breakdown right here. Might just pull back and test the breakdown. But yeah, this market was disappointing in that it first gave the buy signals that it was going up, and then it just puked. It went up, buy. It took out this high up here, right? You know, after this rally, it pulled back, gave a lot of buy signals, and then took out this high and just died. Euro was very nice. It's you know, rally, pullback. You have that buying activity over here on the daily chart, and I don't know what it's doing now. It seems to be struggling a bit because the ease of movement is not the same. The bars are smaller. There's shortening of the thrust from highs to highs, so it may react. ES is done. It's in a down. It's in a down trend and a down rotation. Very important to note is the trend, but not only the trend. For shorter term, you need to know the rotation. Currently, is it an up rotation or down rotation? It's in a down rotation. See that? It's in a down leg. So chances are it's going to continue to be in a down leg. You want to know the rotation. Very, very, very important to know the rotation. Anyway, gold is in an up rotation. It's very important to know this because it means, the way I view it, it means that the edge is more, that's the daily edge, you know, it's going up. It's going up. The shorter term trend is up because it's an up rotation. So that gives you the direction. It's not just the trend. The trend, you know, you can have pullbacks while the trend is up, but you have to know the trend plus the rotation. For example, gold is in an uptrend. It is also in an up rotation, making it easy, you know, making the longs easy, you know. So like over here in the in crude, it's the trend is down, but the rotation is slightly up or sideways. So that's weird. There's a chop. Right. Bitcoin, here was a little trade off of these lows, but we'll see if it turns down again. Copper is in an uptrend in and rotation. This was the buying activity. Rally, pull back 1, pull back 2, pull back 3, bang. That was buy opportunity. That was the buy opportunity in copper. This had the biggest volume in 8 days. It had the biggest volume in 8 days and biggest up volume in 9 up bars, right? That doesn't mean I just go blindly buy, but just see how this thing is, and you can see that the volume increased on a low volume pullback after a rally. Doesn't mean you just buy. Like obviously I wouldn't buy here, right? Because of the selling pressure that came in, right? So I can't get the signals perfect, but you kind of have sense to see that, yeah, this rally broke. It's the biggest in 6 up waves. Pull back 1, pull back 2, pull back 3. No supply, no supply, no supply, and bang, buy signal. All right. Even here, you have rally, pull back, no supply. I'm not sure if you guys can see this. Right? Here, no supply. Here, no supply. Look at that. Small red, no supply. Bang. That had the biggest volume in 11 days and the biggest up volume in 5 green bars. You can see that right here. Coming from the lows of this pivot, breaks out above that high. Obviously, it's going, strength, has a little bit of fall through, pulls back and going higher. Anyway, this one is not really interested. But gold breaks out today, and did it hit 3,000? Holy cow, 2999.7. 2999.7. Can you believe it? It's basically 3,000. All right, that's all I got. Take care. Bye. Oh, one more thing. You can see that the strongest markets, what are the strongest markets? You have to know this. If you're going to trade, it doesn't matter, long term, short term, this, that, whatever. Nat gas is strong. Copper strong. Gold is strong. And the Bitcoin and indexes are weak. All right? What else? And energy is weak. Energy weak. Index is weak. Bitcoin weak. All right? So crypto is weak. Indexes are weak. Energy is weak. How is energy weak when crude is weak but nat gas is strong? So figure that one out. Metals are strong. Metals are strong, and nat gas and metals are strong. You can see silver is strong too. Euro is strong because dollar is weak. The bonds are all right. All right, that's all. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.